Rhea Ripley was attacked by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez this past week on NXT, and the former Judgment Day member got injured. Ripley suffered a fracture in her orbital bone, which would keep her out of action for an undisclosed amount of time. While it was first assumed that Rhea Ripley was injured during the attack on NXT, the angle was seemingly to write her off television. In a recent report, Fightful Select updated the WWE Universe, stating that Ripley's injury was legitimate, which came as a surprise for millions around the world. A new update from PW Insider has put out more details related to her injury. As per the report, the former women's champion suffered an injury during a headbutt spot against Liv Morgan on WWE Raw. The angle featured on NXT was just to write her off. Though any update on Ripley's injury is still awaited by millions around the world, it is clear that the former women's champion won't be back in the squared circle anytime soon. Fans expect Ripley to return to action at the Royal Rumble and head into WrestleMania as a challenger for the Women's World Championship. Time will now tell how serious Rhea Ripley's injury is and when she would mark a grand return. Here's a deep dive into Rhea Ripley's reported injury details and what her WWE hiatus could mean for her career and ongoing storylines. It seems that Ripley, one of WWE's most dynamic talents, has unfortunately found herself temporarily sidelined, and fans are eager to learn more about her condition and the impact it may have on her future in the squared circle. Ripley's career has been one of constant evolution and tremendous growth. Since her WWE debut, she has continuously pushed boundaries, defining herself as one of the most captivating talents in the company. Ripley's dedication, athleticism, and charisma have set her apart, earning her a massive fan base and a significant position within WWE's hierarchy. Her alliance with the Judgment Day faction alongside Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio solidified her as one of WWE's powerhouses, showcasing both her wrestling and character work prowess. This year, Ripley has been at the forefront of WWE's programming. Her hard-hitting, no-nonsense approach and imposing persona have not only kept fans engaged, but also served to solidify the Judgment Day as a force to be reckoned with on both Raw and SmackDown. But recent reports of Ripley's injury could force a shift in her storyline and give WWE the opportunity to explore a few unique storylines in her absence. In September, Ripley's physical absence from WWE events sparked concern among fans. Reports eventually surfaced that she was recovering from an undisclosed injury, but details remained murky. Now, newer reports indicate that Ripley may be dealing with a shoulder injury. Shoulder injuries in wrestling are no small matter. Wrestlers frequently rely on their shoulder strength for slams, throws, and defense against impact. A compromised shoulder can mean a substantial period of recovery to avoid long-term consequences. Though WWE has not publicly confirmed the exact nature of Ripley's injury, her recent in-ring style and physical battles suggest that such an injury could have stemmed from her intense schedule and dedication to performing at her peak. Ripley's willingness to perform in high-risk matches, especially as a central figure in the Judgment Day, has consistently pushed her to endure more aggressive and physically taxing maneuvers. Fans have seen her take on opponents of various sizes, requiring a variety of styles that constantly challenge her physical limits. As her star power grew, so did the demand for her appearances and the expectations for bigger, harder-hitting matches. Ripley's absence creates a significant void in the Judgment Day's ongoing storyline. Known as the eradicator of the group, her presence has been central to maintaining the faction's cohesion and intimidation factor. Her character brings a unique level of physicality and fearlessness that has often tipped the scales in the Judgment Day's favor. Without her, there's a chance for power shifts, new alliances, and possibly even internal conflict within the faction. With Ripley out of the picture for the time being, other members of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, will likely have to adjust their roles. This shift may offer them the chance to further explore their characters and potentially even vie for leadership in her absence. Priest's money in the bank briefcase holds a looming presence over both factions and championship scenes, and his role may expand in unexpected ways. Baylor and Mysterio, too, will have to hold their ground, especially in Ripley's absence, which could mean taking on more matches and filling the void left by their powerhouse teammate. The hiatus could also impact Ripley's momentum, which she has worked hard to maintain. WWE's programming relies heavily on continued character development, and time away can sometimes affect a superstar's storyline progress. WWE has a history of adapting to injuries with return storylines that are often highly anticipated by fans. When Ripley returns, she could potentially re-enter with an entirely new angle, possibly fueled by revenge or a fresh pursuit, such as reclaiming dominance in her absence. However, with her established reputation and fan loyalty, Ripley's return is almost guaranteed to be an impactful moment. WWE will likely want to capitalize on the suspense, crafting a storyline that reintroduces her in a way that fits her dark, powerful character. Whether that means an intensified rivalry, new alliances, or even a possible title chase, fans can expect a refreshed Ripley upon her return, ready to resume her path of destruction. Depending on the severity of her injury, Ripley's return could be staged for a high-profile event. If she takes a longer period to recover, WWE may plan her comeback for one of their marquee pay-per-views like Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble, in particular, has been a popular platform for surprise returns, and Ripley's reappearance could lead to a massive pop from the crowd, re-establishing her position at the top of the women's division. In addition, her return could come with new stakes or even a refreshed look and attitude. Some wrestlers use time off to add new layers to their in-ring personas, introducing new gear, entrance music, or movesets to reflect their growth. For Ripley, whose character thrives on intimidation and brute strength, her hiatus could offer a valuable opportunity to enhance these qualities, returning with an even more fearsome persona. WWE has often used creative techniques to keep injured superstars relevant, either by airing backstage promos, video packages, or even having the superstar appear for non-physical segments. Ripley could continue to play a role by occasionally showing up in the Judgment Day's backstage segments, keeping her connection to the faction alive without risking further injury. This approach has worked well for other injured superstars in the past, allowing them to remain in the spotlight and stay in touch with fans without needing to physically compete. Additionally, the tension within the Judgment Day could rise without Ripley's steadying presence. WWE may choose to add a new temporary member to the Judgment Day to fill her role in matches, sparking intrigue and maybe even jealousy among the group's ranks. If executed well, this storyline twist could intensify Ripley's eventual return, making her re-entry all the more dramatic. Fan responses to Ripley's hiatus have been a mix of concern and anticipation. Rhea Ripley has an exceptionally loyal fan base, and the hashtag #WeMissHer hashtag on social media is a testament to the level of affection her supporters hold for her. Many fans are excited to see what kind of storyline WWE will build for her return, speculating that this injury could eventually lead to even more intense rivalries. Fans have been speculating about dream matches upon her return, especially with stars like Becky Lynch, Asuka, and Bianca Belair at the top of the women's division. As fans and WWE await Ripley's return, the anticipation only builds. Rhea Ripley has managed to forge a career based on resilience and reinvention, qualities that have made her a standout in WWE's roster. While the injury may momentarily sideline her, it's clear that her star power remains undiminished. Fans and WWE alike are counting down the days until she can resume her reign, eager to see how she'll once again dominate the ring.